Oil prices hit a 20-month low today, plunging below $60 a barrel. For more on what this means, we are going to talk to Peter Coy, economics editor of Business Week magazine here in New York. Mr. Coy, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Oil prices have already declined by about 60% since their peak this summer. So, what does the drop in the price of oil suggest about the state of our economy? I imagine it's not good.
Well, first of all, the drop itself is excellent news for consumers of oil and oil products around the world. Not only the developed world, but the developing world as well, because the developing countries rely as much on oil as we do, except it's a bigger portion of their total spending, so they get hurt worse in the developing world. On the other hand, it is a bad sign because the reason the prices are down, of course, is the demand is falling, and traders are expecting prices will fall further because demand will go even farther down.
And so what are the implications then of these plunging prices to the major oil producers around the world?
Well, they are feeling constraint on their budgets, especially the countries, Iran, Venezuela, and so on, heavily dependent on oil and have massive social spending that they've geared up for a world of high oil prices. Now, how do they deal with that? Do they cut that spending? They have maybe restive populations. The regimes themselves are uncertain of their control. With low oil prices, there could be major turbulence in these countries.
Mm-hmm. Although in some of these countries, maybe Americans wouldn't think that's a bad thing. But that being said, can oil prices go much lower? And if so, maybe how low? Or do we expect the opposite now, a sudden rise in the price of oil?
I think that oil markets tend to discount the future. So the price that we're seeing now is based on an expectation that the economy will get even worse in the U.S. and around the world. So if the economy simply follows the trajectory that people are expecting, oil prices might not fall that further. In other words, the future is already baked into the current price. If the economy ended up even worse than people are projecting now, we could see the price go down further. But if any kind of upturn in the economy, yeah, prices could and it probably eventually will go back up.
All right, so we shouldn't get used to these for too long.
Right. We should be still going out thinking about buying that fuel-efficient vehicle because you could be holding it for a period when the price will be higher again.
Peter Coy, thank you very much.
Thank you.